Hotep Senut, Hena Senut, E.T. Ren Ishakandugu Kemet. Hope you're doing well. For those who are in the Western Hemisphere, particularly in Europe, it is about lunchtime. I've got a little bit of time on my hands, so I want to see what's good with the family. I just want to update the comment section, the chat section actually. So I will share the invite link. So bear with me for a few seconds, if you don't mind. Here it is, and how I'm about to share it. Is like that, and like this, and like that, and like this, and doesn't know. That's it. Oh, Afroasiatic is up early. Just one moment, the comment will appear. There it is. He wrote, "Good morning from New Jersey." I wonder what time it is over there. Let me have a look. Time in New Jersey. Oh, it's 7 a.m. Okay. Okay, I see. Well, brothers and sisters, it's been a little while. Let me know what's up. Feel free to ask your questions and make your comments. I have uploaded a video entitled Pilot Inscription. Because there was a PhD that I mentioned, I did not say his name, but it's Badi Ehrman. Back then, I most likely shared the link to the video, and Afroasiatic wrote, "Always early for prayer." Are you an Orthodox Muslim, brother? Probably doing a mix of the two. And I wonder, actually, NOI members, they don't normally pray 5 times a day, do they? I mean, the average Nation of Islam member. But anyway, there was that video of Badi Ehrman, and maybe he was being interviewed for his book called Did Jesus Exist? And he said, well, we don't have any records for Jesus during his lifetime, but it is the same for such and such and such and such. And one of the names that he gave was Pilate, Pontius Pilate. So, for the record, there is a document contemporaneous or during the lifetime of Pilate, and that's what the video is all about. So everybody's free to see it. This is something consistent with the Abrahamic belief system. We are told about so many stories and so many individuals, but we don't usually have records for those people. We might have some records of some kings, but they're not necessarily patriarchs. They're not necessarily individuals who are major figures of their faith, doctrine, and so on. Some people try to argue that because some known people are mentioned in their literature, that it makes their literature valid. But I can make up a story and mention George Bush. It doesn't mean that my story is valid just because I gave the name of an individual that is historically attested. But that's about it, really. Feel free, no matter what title you see, feel free to holler at me. I don't expect much people anyway because it's 7 a.m. on the East Coast, so, but I want to say what's up and see what's good, just in case. What time is it in LA now? It's 4 a.m. Okay. We most likely won't have anybody from the West Coast. It's 4 a.m. right now. Okay. What's up with Florida? It's the same. Okay. It's the same as New Jersey. So, okay. Uh, it's a shame because you see this time slot for live streams, it will suit me. But as you know, when it's late afternoon for my peeps on the East Coast, then it is about night time in Europe. But hey, it is what it is. I just gained a few more subscribers on Twitter. But hey, people are mainly on YouTube. Well, 18,000. We are at 18,500 subscribers. So we're moving slowly towards 20K. Let me know what's good, brothers and sisters. Feel free to ask your questions and make your comments. I will not be here for too long. Just want to say what's up. It's been a little while. I didn't speak with the family. So if you have any questions, even if it's something you disagree with, then feel free to make your statements. Let's dialogue for a while. Let's see what's good. Take advantage. Take advantage. Let's see if the message went through. Yes. Okay. Oh, snap. I'll do that after. Asiatic Blackman is asking me. Okay. I have to wait a few seconds before I can share the comment. There it is. They're asking me, what do you think about back migration from the Middle East in genetic data? I don't know much. I don't really have any input about that. And those things you're telling us about when it comes to genetics, those are very ancient time periods. So I maintain that the people in the Middle East were white, Caucasian, that they were not black, that they were not, yes, that's what I maintain. That's what I maintain indeed. Because I think, once again, that it's very unfair and very biased to claim blackness in the Middle East for very, very ancient time. And we're talking about 50,000 years ago and more. When people don't claim blackness for Europe for very, very ancient time. Particularly people who have the premise that black people are first on the planet Earth. And those who say that we populated everywhere before non-blacks appeared on the planet Earth. Why don't they call themselves Europeans as well? Why are they so inclined to describe themselves as Semites or Semitic people, but not Europeans? Could it be because of the Abrahamic belief systems? Most likely. I have a feeling That is the reason. Actually, when I went through my videos, I think I will share it because I think it's on my channel. Regarding the Hyksos or Hekachasut or Hekakasut, you don't want to pronounce that H, which is like the Spanish Jota. It's a sound that we don't have in English. So, from the British Museum, they were talking about the Hyksos, and it says that they were of Palestinian descent. There is no absolute consensus about where they are from. Let me look for the video. Let me look for it. There it is. That's back when I had dreadlocks. So, I'm about to show the video. I uploaded that video more than 3 years ago, actually. So first, I will share the link to the video in the chat, and then I will show you the video. In the chat is very easy to find it. It says Hyksos, Palestinian descent, and in parentheses, British Museum. Then you have the link. So I've shared it, and now, Asiatic has called us. Well, bear with us, brother Afro-Asiatic. I will just share the video. It's not long. It's less than 3 minutes. So let me share the video now. Share screen. Make sure that the sound is on. And there it is. Okay, so.
London, England, British Museum, London, England. I'm very happy to be able to read this one inscription because I was talking to a good brother who actually lives in England, and I was quoting one book. I wasn't sure of the title, but I probably made a video about this, who the Hyksos were. It's not definitely clear for sure, let's say, but I did read it, I'm sure, but I do not remember the title. I'm sure that I did quote one book that says that the Hyksos came from Palestine. So I'm just going to read what it says there. Decline and Hyksos rule. So under the 13th dynasty, still ruling from El-Lish, a rapid succession of mostly obscure rulers eventually undermined Egypt's political integrity, and worse was to follow. None of the kings could match the energetic policies and resource control exercised by the previous dynasty, nor could they maintain its level of artistic organization and craft production. Diminished royal power led to political fragmentation, with rival dynasties appearing elsewhere. Much of Egypt came under the control of rulers of Palestinian descent, 14 to 15 dynasty. Much of Egypt came under the control of rulers of Palestinian descent, 14 to 15 dynasties, the most important of whom were the Hyksos. Their community had settled in the eastern Nile Delta over centuries of peaceful immigration. In a sense, it was Egypt's first experience of foreign rule, but not a result of invasion as the later traditions claim. The Hyksos ruled from avarice while native pharaohs held on to the south, ruling from Thebes, 16th to 17th dynasty. The Theban kings also faced incursions from the southern kingdom of Kush after it seized Egypt's former Nubian possessions. Eventually, the Theban kings won a war of liberation against the Hyksos, and Amhosis II founded the new kingdom. So this is very interesting, and I'm pretty sure I have shown an inscription. I think, let's say, rather than say I'm pretty sure, I think I showed an inscription of some people from Palestine giving tributes or making some offering, but basically being depicted in the Egyptian art, and we can definitely tell that they did not have an African or Negro phenotype at all. It is probably in the video called White Semites Black Awakening, but you can look it up for yourself.
So that was it. Welcome, brother Afraziadik. How you doing?
Morning, Shaka. How you feeling? Peace, brother. Hotep.
Hotep. I'm chilling, brother. Brother, tell me. Usually, the Nation of Islam members,
Yeah.
they don't do the 5 prayers a day, do they?
Yeah, we supposed to do the 5 prayers a day. Yes.
Did Elijah say that?
Well, yeah. And Minister Farrakhan endorses 5 times a prayer. Excuse me, 5 times a day for prayer as well. Yeah. And even even in the more orthodox way, of prayer, but it's optional. You can stand or you can bow. It just all depends.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the Hyksos though, I think the Hyksos is a term that originally referred to Black Asiatics and then was carried over to the white Asiatics or the Semites.
What makes you say, or what makes you think that Hyksos were black?
Well, the early Hyksos, I would say, were Hekakasut. I would say that they were black, and then they began to mix in the Levant with the Europeans, and the Europeans, took over, and they still maintain the title of Hyksos or Hekakasut. More so from the directionality than ethnicity at some point. I can't pinpoint it though, of course, though. Just a thought.
Just a thought. All right. I
Hmm.
see. Now we have Damong who wrote A. Maybe it's a typo. We have African Science who wrote dreadlocks days. Indeed, yes, that's a painful part of the dreadlocks for those like me who like long dreadlocks, and you have no choice than to wait. So I don't even really like that look that much, but after a while, he got longer. But hey, I cut it off.
And
And
too, Shock. Go ahead, Shock.
yes,
Excuse me.
yes, feel free, brother.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, and too, Shaka, what I don't like about the depictions of Benny Hassan is the artist rendition is much lighter than the actual mural that we have that our people put on the wall. The mural our people had put on the wall were reddish brown skin. What are they? Amu and Abasha, I believe, from Benny Hassan. But when we see the artist rendition, often European, they make them lighter. That's trick knowledge, in my opinion.
Well, it looks slightly lighter on the reproduction, indeed,
Yes.
but on the Benny Hassan original, which is fairly damaged, we can still see clearly the distinction between the phenotype or the skin tone of the Egyptians and um, those Hyksos. And really, for someone living in Egypt, even if he's not black, he will have a tan. He will have a tan. And in America, I don't know why, but many brothers and sisters feel like whenever they see a white skinned person with the slightest tan, then they want to imply or affirm that we're dealing with black people. Greetings, Anthony Harris. It's been a long time. I hope you're doing well, brother. But yes, brother. I mean, that's someone who a white person, a Caucasian, who will live in the Middle East or in Africa. It will be darker in shade. The skin tone will be darker because of the tan. You see?
Yeah, well, the Hyksos from Beni Hassan and other murals, they are sometimes depicted as a reddish brown, in my opinion, that suits a complexion of what we see today in the Eastern Desert of Kemet, which we have been discussing of late, was in fact called Arabia, or the mountains of Arabia in the Eastern Desert of Kemet. Well, the Red Sea is actually a part of the Rift Valley. So we see mountains of Arabia on both sides of the Red Sea. So when I look at I understand that populations were mixed on both sides of different types of Africans, some very dark, some reddish brown, and of particular interest with the what is the mural we're talking about? Oh, the Hekakasut. They also are found to travel with the Nubian impics at all times. When we see them in different murals, they always have the Nubian impics. I believe that is a cultural marker that they travel with that, or they were depicted traveling with that animal, because it's a Nubian type ultimately of people.
All right. I did actually find a quote from Elijah Muhammad. He didn't say, he did indeed, sorry, it did actually say that people should pray 5 times a day. And the quote I have from the book called Supreme Wisdom, Volume 1, Solutions to the So-Called Negro's Problem, says, pray 5 times a day with your face towards the east. All right.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been studying his words for about 20 years now. A little over 20 years. Really studying his words. Among other literature, but I'm pretty familiar with some of the stuff that he said. Particularly on prayer and things of that nature.
I see.
And if I make an error, it's not on him. It's on me. You know what I mean?
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
Right.
There's one book that I would love to read, but it's not published yet. It's a sister called Dr. Fanusier. I forgot the other
Hmm.
name.
Okay.
The book is called Fa Muhammad in Historical Context.
Right.
I wonder if it was her thesis for her doctorate degree. I did send her an
Hmm.
email to ask her where I could purchase the book, and she let me know that it was not published yet, that she was looking for an editor. But it was years ago, so maybe that book will never be found on on the shelves of the libraries. But have you ever heard? Well, actually, I would say the proper name, the full name. So Fanusi, I think she's from the Ahmadiyya movement.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Uh, so
Well,
Fad,
that would be interesting because that's a black Muslim group. That's I believe from going towards the area of maybe the Hindu Kush, that area, the Ahmadiyya movement.
but I'm surprised you're saying this is a black movement
Well,
be- because it was not founded by black people.
yeah, but I know now from the theology. of the movement is similar to a Black Muslim movement, I believe.
Indeed. In America, it appears that it appears to me that it's mainly black people
Hmm.
who are part of that movement. But now I'm looking for full name. Okay, Fatima Fanoussier, or the full name Fatima Abdul Tawad Fanoussier. So the full title of the book is Fard Muhammad not in his, Fard Muhammad in historical context, an Islamic thread in the American religious and cultural quilt.
Hmm.
Quilt, Quilt. Did not even know that word.
Right. Right.
But I don't know if that book will ever come out. I don't know.
Yeah. Sounds like it might be interesting. It's a number of theories of where he went, and even some good made up documentaries about where he went and who he was, but I haven't seen anything too solid or evidence based on that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Back in these days, the record keepings were one of the same as today.
Right. Right.
So most likely we will never really have much indication about where it was really from, and let alone where he went.
Yeah.
But the thing is that besides where he was from and where he went, we people would never agree on who he was, you know. And that depiction that we see most of the time, I think it's not even a picture. I think it's a drawing, the one where he's holding the book. And then there is another picture that you probably seen before, is the one where he's been interrogated by two agents, and he looks quite different than the depiction on the most famous depiction of him reading a book.
Right. Right. Yeah. Well, we taught that he would come in that way. He would come in sinful flesh to condemn sin in the flesh, and that was the fulfillment of a particular scripture. From my perspective. Of course. I don't. I know you don't share the same perspective, but that's my perspective on
Are you aware of Elijah Muhammad teaching about the 24 scientists?
that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And Elijah Muhammad taught that they change God every, is it 25,000 years?
Well, no, I don't think that the 25,000 is the cycle. History is written every 25,000 years, but the change of the God, I don't remember collecting any information from him on that particular process.
Yes, it's every 25,000 years.
History is
Um,
written.
and it's actually in the Theology of Time, page 55.
Oh, okay.
And
The
he
cycle
wrote,
of changing of the gods.
yes, the
Okay.
exact quote. Well, I don't really like to show. Oh, hold on, I would put it in a new stuff. Uh, oh, it's a bit small, but hey, make it larger. And I wish it was very brief quote. Now, share screen. There. How does it look? I'll make it larger.
Yeah, the Bible actually
Can you see
confirms
that,
the.
brother? Sorry. Just It
Yeah,
says,
go ahead, brother.
yeah, in the calendar of our rule, once every 25,000 years we change gods.
Okay,
And he
thank you.
also said, no problem, you're welcome. He also said that the God who created the heavens and the earth is no longer there. He died. Were you aware of that?
Yeah, I'm aware of that because you know, our flesh will deteriorate, but the wisdom has been passed on from God to God. Yes, sir.
Mm.
Yes, sir. But I wanted to say with the 24 elders, that is backed by the Bible and Quran. You know, it's not like it's unheard of in the scriptures. It's the 24 elders of the book of Revelations and the exalted assembly of the Holy Quran that
But
is that circle of sciences.
we can safely say that in both Christianity and Islam, they don't believe at all that the God who created the heaven and earth is dead. Their belief is that he is still alive.
He's not dead, you know.
Well, Elijah Muhammad thought that he died.
Well, he's not dead if his wisdom is passed on, you know, from one to the other, you know, and the preparation human beings are prepared in that sense, you know, raised to take on that post.
I mean, I understand about the
I know
wisdom,
we
but
can't fathom that, you know, right now, but that's the process.
what is that? Where's that quote?
But we find depictions in Kemet of 12 rulers. We find them in Mesopotamia as well in the stone. 12 rulers in succession. You know, we find that in Kemet and Mesopotamia.
Actually, I found the quote. I found the quote, and it's actually in Theology of Time as well. I'm going to share it. Um, that one. How does it look now? Okay, that's perfect. So as we can see in the book called The Black Stone, page 285, and this is also found in Our Savior Has Arrived, page 96 to 97. He wrote that there are not any gods who live forever. And he said there is no God living who was there. I'm sorry, who was here in the creation of the universe. And just like you said, Brother Alfred, I think he wrote, or he said, but this is obviously transcribed in writing. They produce gods from them, and their wisdom lives in us. And in the Theology of Time, page 235, Elijah Muhammad said, the creator of this heaven and earth in which we live, he died.
Right, right.
And we have African Science who wrote Pakistani. He wrote that a while back when we were talking about where he went or who he was. And of course, we have Paul Guthrie's claim that Elijah Muhammad, Far Muhammad came from India, and he had that series. Did you get a chance to see when he was online? Get on board the wheel.
Yeah, I saw poor Paul Guthrie's presentation, and then I saw Dr. Wesley Muhammad's basically with his rebuttal, and
His rebuttal, yeah. I did not watch it because it took too long. It took like I don't know how many years it took for him to do the rebuttal. Uh, but um, for a strange reason, Paul Guthrie has removed all material, all content from his YouTube page. There's only one video.
yeah,
Um, so I don't know what's happening, but it is what it is. You know, it's a
yeah,
shame that they couldn't do the debate. Wesley didn't want to debate. I mean, he first challenged Paul Guthrie to a debate. Paul Guthrie accepted, and then Wesley didn't deliver, just like he did with me. He challenged me to the debate. I accepted, and then he backed down. But hey, it's life. It's all good. It's all good.
right. Yeah, I don't know I don't know what happened with the debate. I know the information.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Yeah, sorry about this. Go ahead, brother.
Y- Yeah, you good, Shaka?
Yeah. No, it's the guy was telling me about the something about my car, but it's all good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Worry about no driving while black in France. It ain't like that over there.
no, in here, like I mean, they don't really kill people like in America.
Right.
When the police kill people here, they restrain them. You know, they suffocate them, but they don't
Okay.
do it too often. It happens. I don't know if I should say on a regular basis,
Mm,
but it's not like it's nowhere near like
right.
as it is in America. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Why do you think it's that way though, brother? Why you think it's a little more, laxed over there in France versus
Well,
America?
it's a lot less violent here.
Right.
Um, and America is just very violent.
Yes.
The slavery was on the ground.
Hmm.
For France, the slavery was on French territory, but outside of mainland France. It was in the Caribbean islands and other parts. So
Okay.
this racial tension, this racial divide, has always been on the soil, on the American soil. Now, I
Hmm.
don't really know what's in people's mind, but in America, you do have actually today, I read that in France there are some neo Nazis who are part of the
Hmm.
French army, which doesn't surprise me
Okay.
because you can find neo Nazis about everywhere. People have
Yeah.
doctrines or
Here,
ideology,
here
and
too. Yeah.
they can be in any kind of work or position.
Right.
But for strangers and those people, they use social media to show their their beliefs. So some actions will probably be taken.
Hmm.
However, in France, you will not have like the KKK like you
Hmm.
do in America.
Right.
And for an organization that is known for having killed, lynched, hanged black people to still be there and claim some legitimacy or some rights as white Christians,
Hmm.
that's very strange. I mean, I understand freedom of speech, but there's no case of any organization labeled terrorists, or jihadists, like they like to say, that will be accepted and legal and be able to march in any street, knowing their history of killing. But for
Yeah.
the Ku Klux Klan, well, it's allowed. It's allowed, and it's weird. But
Exactly.
in America, it's just out of hands, really. It's just out of hands. And I don't want to sound extreme, but I understand when people talk about separation, you know,
Right.
because it's happening all the time in America, all
Hmm.
the time. And lately, in the last few years, in the last couple of years or so, we started hearing about police officers being prosecuted. But when it comes to the jail sentences, I don't really know. But the result is still the same. That some innocent people are being unjustifiably killed, and that's just
Hmm.
messed up. That's just messed up because we have the video footage now. We have
Yeah.
the video footage, and it's just too consistent. So it's just a damn shame. And
Yeah. Like with the young
one reality,
sister. Go ahead.
yeah, one reality, however, is that for the people who live in places labeled as suburbs, that doesn't really happen. That
Hmm.
doesn't really happen. So, but you were about to talk about a sister.
Like the young sister, for example, Breonna Taylor, which
Yeah.
the police broke into her home and whatever took place, and they ended up killing, the young sister, just basically for nothing, just a misunderstanding, a bunch
It's,
of
it's 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 messed up.
foolishness, man.
Yes, I mean they always have some excuses, but apparently there's I just saw that this morning. There's a 1 year old who was shot in the head by the police.
Where? In the
I,
U.S.?
yes, in the U.S. now.
Oh, I didn't even see that one yet.
So 1 year old
Hold
child.
on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man.
Let me.
1 year old.
So there's an article from USA Today. I'm going to share the link in the chat, but the article was published 6 hours ago. So 1 year old
Oh yeah, yep, I got it.
head by the police. Only they're saying it's an accident, but I've shared the link in the chat. And
Oh,
on this
Houston,
article,
Texas,
let me see.
I think. No?
I'm looking for the location.
Yeah, I think it's Houston, Texas. Yeah, beautiful
Oh yeah,
sister
yes,
with a
Houston police mission statement. So
beautiful little baby boy. It's crazy, man.
so he's fighting for his life. So okay, so I thought he was deceased, but he's still alive. I hope he'll make it.
Right.
All right. But anyway, I will leave it at that. Thank you very much for calling, brother Afro Asiatic,
Yes, sir. Always, brother. Always, man.
and we catch up some other time. All right.
Yes, sir. Peace to you and your family, brother.
Thank you. Likewise, brother. Peace to you.
All right.
All right. Brothers and sisters, I would say stay safe, stay healthy, and if I'm allowed to buy the Necheru, I will definitely holler back at you. Hotel. Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving Medu Nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video Kemet and Ma'at before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more. I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome, awesome, awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Neture classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know like our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class. And all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Neter class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/Ma'at Forever.